up, guys? Back to do another test ride video today. 2022 Street Glide ST model. So some of you may have already seen a bunch of people ride these. Apparently I'm not cool enough to make the list for Harley to bring me out to Arizona, ride with Kyle Wyman. That would have been cool, but maybe next time, right? So anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Harley brought a bunch of YouTubers out to Arizona to ride this one, ride the Road Glide, ride on a track with Kyle Wyman, kind of giving some instruction. I don't remember who all went. I know Blockhead went, I've watched his, and I know Marvel Kid 87 went, so I watched his video. Both of those were really well done. I encourage you to go check out both of their videos, obviously after you finish watching mine. But I'm gonna ride this bike and give you guys my thoughts on this bike, not just from a performance point of view, but if I think Harley should have made this bike or not. So short answer of that is yes. A lot of people gawked at the $30,000 price tag. I mean, honestly, it's $2,500 more, I think, than a gloss black Street Glide Special. And to me, that money is easy. However, I honestly feel like Harley made this bike for people like myself. So if you watch my review video of this bike or the comparison I did against a Street Glide Special, you'll know that this is all my style of bike. So from the more low profile front fender, I don't like that big wrap fender that comes on the Street Glides. I like this low profile version. I love the gold wheels, the gold accents on this bike. I love the non-stretch bags. I love the black and gray color options that it comes in. So from a cosmetic standpoint, I'm a huge fan of this bike just off of that. Now, would I pay $2,500 more than the Street Glide Special? Probably not, but honestly, I would have to be in the moment and see, because I just really prefer the standard bags over the other. And then to get gloss black bags, say I got a black Street Glide, I don't know, it just seems like a lot of work. I may be willing to pay just for that. But the big thing is this. You do get the 117 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 on this bike over the 114 that comes on the Special or the 107 that comes on the standard. Now, is that worth $2,500? So I did the review on the Stage 3 kit that we did on that Road Glide Special, the 122. That's my favorite kit. If you haven't watched that video, check it out. That's my favorite size kit from Harley Davidson. Yes, even over the 131. Watch the video and you'll find out why. But that came out to around $3 grand, I believe, to do that. So I'm just gonna go out and ballpark and say that it would have been, I'm gonna say that it would have been roughly $2,500 to take a 114 up to the 117. So I mean, already there, you're kind of where the money needs to be, you know, as far as making it make sense financially. Now, one thing you do want to keep in mind is this is going to be a solo seat and no passenger pegs on this bike. So I gotta feel like anybody riding a Street Glide is going to want to ride a passenger. Maybe not all the time, but at some point. So with that, you're gonna drop money on a seat, you're gonna drop money on a passenger pegs. So one thing that was odd to me is I've seen a bunch of comments from people that they're upset that the CVO and this bike both have the 117. I don't know why you would be mad about that. I think maybe they feel like the CVO should have gotten a bump and should have came with the 122, because it is a CVO and you are paying what? I mean, the CVO Street Glide, I want to say it's like $42,000 if you can get one at MSRP. So, I mean, there's 12 grand worth of difference there, and I get what you're saying. However, how does that make Harley look if they're pitching these bikes as a ST performance bagger model, but then they also offer a model with a bigger displacement engine? That just, it doesn't work. However, here's what I would have liked to seen them do with this bike. Even if it meant this thing coming with the 114, I would have liked to have seen full Olin suspension on the rear. They already have the co-branded piggyback shocks that they did with the Olin Screaming Eagle. You can get them in the parts and accessories catalog. So I would have liked to have seen those, and then some really nice internals on the front end. Honestly, I mean, I would have loved inverted front end from Olin's, but I mean, I get it. Then you're talking serious cash. So let's just do some nice internals, because they're going to be able to put that suspension on this bike much cheaper than us as consumers are going to be able to do it. And then we can do our own 117 kit, 122 kit, 131, do whatever you want, 128, pick your size, pick your poison, but give us the suspension, because a performance bike is not a performance bike without good suspension. I know they made the suspension a little taller, so on their website I have read a lot of the comments where I asked your guys' opinion. The lean angle is better, they just have the website messed up apparently. So there is more lean angle. This bike noticeably sits up more than the other street glides that I've ridden, and I like that. But I would like to have some high-end suspension and then let me pick my own engine kit. That's just me, and that's from a performance point of view. But I love that Harley did this, because it shows that they listen to their customers. They watch what's going on and then they replicate it. You know, we've pointed out the price of this bike. I think at this point I've mentioned it several times. It's 30 grand for this bike. I'm not trying to sit here and pretend like that's not a lot of money. I mean, at least personally for me, it's a lot of money. I didn't pay too awful much more for my pickup truck that I drive every single day. But if you want a motorcycle right now, or you've been looking at motorcycles lately, then you also see that the used bike market is insane as well. So one thing to consider, and I get a lot of these comments, oh, of course this salesman going to tell you buy a new bike, try to sell you a bike. I'm not a salesman. I haven't been in a lot of years, and if you come buy this exact bike I'm on from Timms Harley Davidson, the dealership that lets me make these videos, I don't get a single cent. So, not trying to sell you anything. I'm just saying one thing to keep in mind. If you want a newer street glide, you get the full warranty, no mileage cap. I'm pretty sure it's still the same, 2 years, unlimited miles. Versus, you know, say you buy an 18 or 19 that's out of warranty. And again, for me, it comes down to the looks. I do like the look of this bike. I get not everybody likes it. A lot of people want color. A lot of people feel like this is too plain. I'm a less is more kind of guy, so to me, the plain is good. But I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I mean, Street Glide ST or the Road Glide ST. If you're in the market for a bike, are these on your radar? Is this something you would consider? Because I've also made the argument that if you're just going to build an all-out performance bike, I would even consider an Electra Glide standard. Yeah, there's no radio, no nav, you're starting with the 107, but you have a really good bare bones bike to make your own. If you're going to build the engine, then I mean there's kits that you can do that make more sense for less money. Same thing with the suspension. Why pay for a little bit better suspension when you're just going to take it off and get rid of it anyway? So I'm not saying if you're going to build a performance bike, you have to start with Harley Davidson's performance version of the bike. But if you're like me and you're going to have to do things in stages, you don't just have 10, 15 grand to throw at this thing and make it just a fire-breathing dragon right off the bat. You're going to have to kind of ride it, do some stuff, ride it, do some stuff. I lean in this direction just because, again, cosmetically it's so close to what I want, and then performance wise you've already got the 117. Throw some exhaust on this thing, throw a tuner on this thing, open it up and go have some fun, which is what I'm about to do. I've got my buddy PJ riding here with me today. Daniel couldn't make it because he's a dork, but we're gonna just go out and ride and have fun, something that I haven't made a lot of time for recently. I'm not gonna ride this, don't worry. I'm sure you can see on the video it's got 53 miles on it already, so not trying to rack up a ton of miles on this brand new bike. Gonna grab something used, go out and ride. I would like to start making more like moto vlog style stuff. Maybe not quite exactly like what Blockhead does, but something similar to that. I enjoy watching his videos. I think I would enjoy making those type of videos. So if you've stuck around this far, you are a G, much appreciated, and your opinions matter the most to me. The people that are watching every video and watching the whole video, I seriously wish I could shout all of you out because I know there's a lot at this point. Very grateful for that. But if that's something you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments. Let me know you're feeling the ST models, you're not feeling the ST models. And trust me, as soon as we get the first lowrider ST in, I'll be bringing you guys a video on that one. Let's wrap this up. We're almost back to the dealership. Thanks for watching. As always, if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. 90% of people that watch these videos, yes, that's a real number, are not subscribed even though they continuously come back to the channel. So give me a subscribe, that helps me out. Give me a like, that also helps me out. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.